"Please sit here. The Zen Master will be coming in a minute," said the attendant monk to Kimosho. Kimosho had come to a famous Zen monastery to meet a Zen master. It was his dream to have a cup of tea with the evolved beings. Why only the cup of tea? Well, it was a popular saying that Zen masters can give all the wisdom there is in just over a cup of tea. Kimosho took his seat, and he saw a dong bell. The attendant monk saw Kimosho looking at the bell. "You want me to strike the bell?" asked the attendant. "Yes, indeed," Kimosho replied. The attendant took the stick and struck on the bell once. Ding! It was an amazing sound. The humming sound of the bell filled the air with a sound so relaxing, as if the entire air was humming a hum sound. "It clears the air of negative thoughts," said the attendant monk as he put the striking cord down and left. Kimosho looked at the bell with a lot of interest. He thought that the sound may or may not have cleared the air of negative thoughts, but it certainly had cleared his mind. But it was not long before his mind was again occupied with thoughts. How would the Zen Master help him be a better person just over a cup of tea? How can I make the best use of it? Will he allow me to take a selfie with him? Suddenly the Master entered the room. He was a person with medium height, shaved head, and in a black robe. Kimosho stood up to greet the Master, but the Master signaled him to remain sitting. The Master took his seat and looked at Kimosho. Kimosho started by saying how he was a great fan of Zen Buddhism and how he always had wanted to come to Japan to learn more of it. The Zen Master gave him a smile and kept listening. Kimosho realized he was the only one talking, and he went quiet and asked the Master to give him the learnings and teachings of Zen. The Zen Master took a paper fan and struck it on the floor. Kimosho did not understand what the Master meant. "Well, this is Zen," said the Master and smiled. Kimosho kept looking at the Master. He had no clue what just happened. The Zen Master kept smiling. He realized that this is not what Kimosho had come to see from such far off, and it would be unfair to explain Zen in its truest form to a person if the message has not been reached. The Zen Master asked the attendant if tea was ready. The attendant brought the kettle and left. The Master poured the water in the kettle and kept it simmering until steam came out. Soon the room was full of steam, and Kimosho could not see the Master. The Master said from behind the foggy air, "Kimosho, do you see me?" Kimosho replied that he couldn't see anything in the room except the steam of the boiling water, and everything looked so cloudy. The Master's voice seemed to be coming from far away, as if someone was speaking through the clouds. "Well, you see, I am still sitting where I was before I began to prepare this tea. But now, since everything is clouded by this smoke, you cannot see me. But that does not mean I am not here." "You are still there, Master," Kimosho said. "No, I am not," asked the attendant. "Can you see us, monk?" The Zen Master called out to his attendant monk. "I cannot see you, Master, nor can I see Kimosho." "See, Kimosho, now for the outside world I have disappeared, and you also have disappeared in the same cloud of steam. And we are one with this cloud. There is no Kimosho, nor is there a Master, just a cloud of steam. We have merged into oneness. So tell me now, how can I explain you Zen? Who is there to teach you, because I am not here? And who is there to learn, because you also are not there? So how can I be your teacher? Our egos have disappeared in this cloud, and without our egos, I can explain you everything about Zen. But with an ego, it is as complicated as me striking the floor with my fan. Himosho suddenly broke out of his deep attention. He was virtually taken into a meditation session with this master's words. He realized what the master was saying. For the outside world, there was just cloud steam in the entire room. But inside the clouds, the master and the pupil were talking themselves into oneness. He realized that there is nothing to be learned about Zen. The whole point was clear. Drop your ego, and you are one with that which you are seeking. The seeker and the sought are one. They are just hidden from itself. Only the clouds of thoughts and ego need to be cleared up, and the true teaching reveals itself. But why did the Zen master hit the floor with the fan? Why did he make a sound in a silent room? The sound was probably a depiction of the thoughts, and the silence was a depiction of the mind. Himosho walked out of the room. There was no need to say goodbye to the master, because there was no master in the room, only clouds. Himosho silently made his way out of the monastery, through the haze-filled room, without making a sound.